Hey, this is Ryan from cashflowinvestor.com.au and this is the Dymphna Boholt review. So I've had a lot of people coming to my website to read the review, so I thought I would make a quick video version of the review. So who is Dymphna Boholt? She's a renowned real estate investment author and teacher, but is it worth investing your money into Dymphna Boholt's books and courses? In this review, I'm going to cover who she is, how she became successful, and whether she has the goods to teach you how to replicate her success. I've actually had the privilege of hearing her speak at an event. I took the day off work to go and see her. And as such a big player in the property investing space, I really wanted to give an honest review of what she has available. So winning property isn't always easy. There's a lot of money in real estate, but that doesn't mean it's easy to earn money from real estate. Many people enter the industry hoping to become millionaires, but not all of them succeed. What you need to understand is that real estate is not just about tactics and strategy, it's about much more than that. Dymphna Boholt not only teaches the right skills to gain wealth and success in real estate, but she also goes into the heart, the mind, and the emotions of millionaires and real estate investors. And in some ways, I think this is even more important than learning the tactics. So like with anything, success doesn't happen overnight, and so in this review you'll learn the secrets behind her success and how and if you can follow her path. So who is Dymphna Boholt? Dymphna was born in a small town in central Queensland where she started out as a jillaroo. Don't worry if you don't know what that is. I didn't know what it is either. It's not really important. At 4 years old, she already had her first investment, a cow that she used for breeding cattle to grow a herd. Maybe this is why she refers to so many of her properties as cash cows. This first asset is what she used to pay the university she attended, Australian National University in Canberra, where she earned an accounting and economics degree. After graduation, she had several job offers, but she chose to work with Coopers and Lybrand in Sydney. She held several positions throughout the years, including one as a financial controller. After going through a divorce, Dymphna opened up her own accountancy firm in the Sunshine Coast. So jealous, because that's eventually where I want to live, in sunny Queensland. And it was called Active Financial Answers. She sold the firm several years later. Her interest in real estate began in 2000 when she met two US property experts and real estate advisors, Dr. Rolf de Roos and Robert Kiyosaki, who's the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which, if you haven't read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you really need to read it. After listening to their stories and strategies, she came to the realization that just like many people out there, she was trading her time for money and she wanted to change this. So she made a decision to try real estate investment. Dymphna concentrated on properties which raked in more money than what it cost her to purchase. In just a year of starting out, she was able to establish a property portfolio worth millions of dollars, which is a very significant achievement. This income certainly topped off what she was getting when she was working as an accountant, and she was able to create passive income through her assets, with some of her properties being positive cash flow. From that time, Dymphna has been a good friend of Rolf de Roos. Her real estate portfolio has grown significantly to an international multi-million-dollar portfolio. She also has self-published her two books, Protect Your Assets and Confessions of a Real Estate Millionaire. These books are both great reads for any budding property entrepreneurs or those wanting to grow and to protect their portfolio. So she offers some good insights in protecting your portfolio in there from, outside attacks and lawsuits and things like that. Today, Dymphna devotes a lot of her time to speaking and sharing her journey with others interested in entering into the real estate industry. She has seminars and conferences nationally and internationally on various topics, including property investing, asset protection, taxation, personal finance, business, and even motivation. She's also been teaching individuals how to succeed in the real estate market. The question I always like to ask is, what success have their students had? So what success have Dymphna's students had? I always like to judge a teacher not by their own success, but by the success of their students. Replicating your own success in other people is quite difficult, and having students who are also successful is a true sign of a good leader. Through the years, Dymphna has been helping others follow her path in real estate. Her students have been very grateful for the help they received from her, and many of her previous students have written a Dymphna Boholt review or a testimonial to show their appreciation for her teaching and strategies. Here are some of the highlights that I found on one of her websites. This is from Karen D. We now own properties worth more than $1 million and have earned $100,000 profit over the last 2 years. That sounds like a pretty sweet deal. Excuse me. Alright, this is from Alan and Sharon Morrison. Since attending Dymphna's classes, we've been able to double our net worth in our property portfolio in just a 6-month period. We currently own 23 properties and are in the process of acquiring more. Doubling your net worth. That would be nice again. This is from a girl called Linda. In 18 months, I made $280,000 in equity and cash in a market that's supposed to be flat. So this is straight from the mouths of Dymphna's students. So they all sound pretty amazing, and I would love to have that much success in my own life. So Dymphna Boholt products. You'll also discover different products. Aside from live events, she continues to share her journey and success through books and courses to help other people accomplish the same success. All of her educational products focus on real estate investing and personal finance in Australia, but some of her techniques can be applied to investing abroad. I'm always happy to shell out $30 on a book, and I'm 100% happy to recommend those. As for the more expensive coaching programs, I haven't done them myself with Dymphna, and I recommend you consider very seriously and get as much information as you can before buying. So her product, she has two books. One called Protect Your Assets, and this is where she teaches you about asset protection. Her other book is Confessions of a Real Estate Millionaire, where she talks about, the skills you need to be a wealthy and successful real estate investor, and that's packed with helpful advice, tips, techniques, everything, She's also featured in Secrets of Property Millionaires Exposed, which is a book that's not written by her. It's written by, or put together by, a guy called Dale Beaumont. So it's got Dymphna in it, it's got Craig Turnbull, Hans Jacoby, John Fitzgerald, and many others in there. And lastly, she has the Ultimate Real Estate Success Coaching Program. So becoming a real estate investor is not easy. So with this, it's a more intense program where she says her techniques, the lessons she learned. You get CDs, manuals, workbooks, training events, coaching calls, the whole shebang. So just to close, Dymphna Boholt's story is very inspirational to new and established investors. And I know that when I saw her speak over 2 years ago, I was completely inspired and took away some phenomenal advice on structuring your assets to completely protect yourself from lawsuits. She's a real-life example that practically anyone can earn passive income through real estate. It's not going to be a walk in the park. Instead of entering the real estate market without any prior knowledge or guidance, it'd be wiser instead to follow the journey of others who have paved the way with tried and tested techniques. So I hope this Dymphna Boholt review gives you a bit of insight on her, bit of insight on her products, on what her students have succeeded, and you can go from there.